All right, folks. What we have here is a 2016 Jeep Wrangler Sport Unlimited. We're off to do the rear brakes. The rear brakes, yes, they are fun. All right. What we're going to do is we are going to install AutoZone brake rotors. That's the part number right there for it. And this is the Duramax pads for the rears. They had no stock on the Elites. I always like the Elites, but the Max is just as good. That's the best ones they had before Elite came out. All right, comes with nice hardware. Don't forget to change the hardware. There's your brake pads right there. Okay. Before I explain to you about the rotor, let's take a look what we have to do here. All right, two 13mm bolts takes the caliper off the bracket. Okay. Then in the back here, there's two 18mm bolts. Okay, if you see the clearance over here, there's not much clearance over here. Okay, so you can either do it with an open end, your ratcheting wrench will be your best friend, or you could just disconnect this, swing it up out of the way, or disconnect the sway bar link from here and swing it down out of the way. Either way, if you feel that that's easier for you, then do it. I usually don't like to touch any of this stuff because just in case they break, then you got to sell the customer a sway bar link. All right, so like I said, 18mm, and the bracket comes right out, and you see the bracket right here. Bracket comes out right here. After you take the two 18s out, pop off the old dirty old clips hardware, put them in here. After you wire brush it, nice and neat, beautiful, right? Now you ready for the good one? The drum. On a normal, I guess, car, the rotors usually come out really easy. Okay, these are the emergency brake shoes up over here. But on a Jeep, because they go all over the place, off-roading, whatever, more salt, people feel that they can drive a Jeep just about anywhere. The problem with that is that the brake shoes, they're so thin compared to the drum, which is wide. It creates a ring of rust on the outside, and the drum is going to give you a hard time coming out. As you could tell, it dragged a little bit up here before it came out. It took a good 5 minutes of mangling it out to get it out. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take a nice sandpaper and rough this up a little bit so it don't be so smooth, and that'll be fine. Brake cleaner, spray that all up. I explained to you about the drum. Check out the drum. Here is the drum. All right. As you can tell where it had a hard time coming off. All right. This is the brake surface, shoe surface, and then you're gonna hit this mound of rust. Okay. Not just on that spot, all the way around. See? If this was smooth, it would have came right out. Drum would have came right out. But it's going to give you a little bit of a problem because look, it sticks out. All right, so be careful when you take it out. It might damage the shoes, it might not. Sometimes you might rip the hardware out along with the shoes because it's so much rust in there, it's not going to come out. All right, but the rotor itself is shot. Okay, remember, we don't give a crap about the rotor because it's coming out anyway. All right, so do whatever you got to do to mangle it out. Okay. Now the new rotor, look how nice and smooth it is. See? So the new rotor is going to slide in like butter. All right. So we're just going to go and sand that emergency brake shoe pads on, and it's going to slide right back on. All right. Slide this back on. Don't forget the bracket, two 18mm bolts. We start assembling it. All right, let's go sand this shoe. All right, like I said, sanded it down with a brake cleaner all the way around. I sprayed a lot of this already, so don't think that I just did it for a couple seconds. Ha, snag. All right, so it's all done. Gonna let it air dry for now. All right. Then we're going to throw the drum on. And after the drum, the brackets. All right, there we go. Calipers are bracket is on. Off to the brake shoe pads themselves. All right, double check your hardware pins. Okay, make sure these slide in and out. Oh, gonna have to check this one. See that one? Give me a little bit of a problem. This one's good. All right, I'm gonna take that one apart. Grease it up. There you go. We're back. All right. All right. Should be nice and smooth, guys. All right. Anything that's binding, find out why it's binding. Okay. See, nice and easy. All right. Time to put the caliper back on. Tighten up the bolts for the 13 millimeters, and you're done. All right. There you go. Thanks for watching. Ciao. Don't forget to use that little grease packet you have. All right, on the pistons and on the side of the caliper over here. All right, makes it nice and quiet. Don't forget, folks, that's why they call these sliding calipers, for a reason. Okay, make sure that's all good to go. All right, time to put these monster tires on. And do the other side, of course, first. Bye.